Hi, my name is Magic Spoon, and today is exciting because we're taking a personality test. Well, I'm taking a personality test, but I'll leave the link in the description if you want to take it for yourself in case you haven't yet. I am on a website called 16personalities.com, and it's supposed to give me one personality type out of 16. So yeah, I'm gonna take this test to figure out what it is. I have taken this test before, like a couple times already, more than once. Because I found out about it a long time ago. I think I watched it from a video and I was like, "Ooh, this is cool." And then I took it. What was my personality type? Wait, no, I'm not gonna reveal my personality type. I'm gonna tell you guys at the end. But I think I know what my personality type is. I'm not entirely sure though. So let's begin. I'm excited. You guys can get to know me with the things that are in this test. It takes less than 12 minutes. It takes 12 minutes for me to stop talking and to start a video. Answer honestly, even if you don't like the answer. Okay, sure, 100%. Try not to leave any neutral answers. Yeah. You find it difficult to introduce yourself to other people. I agree, highly. Actually, no, just a little bit, not super. But I do find it difficult in some cases. Some cases, if it's like a friend of a friend, I'm sort of okay with it, but if it's someone I literally don't know, like a stranger, and no, I find it really difficult. I don't know, I just lack social skills. This is off to a great start. You often get so lost in the thoughts that you ignore or forget your surroundings. Oh, that's very true. That's often. I don't know. I don't like being in my brain, but I do that a lot. You try to respond to your emails as soon as possible and cannot stand a messy inbox. I cannot stand Sorry, I didn't. You could tell I did not warm up before this video. I cannot stand a messy inbox. That's true. Why am I even wearing headphones? I'm not listening to anything. This is much easier. My ears can breathe. Okay. But I don't really receive emails where I have to respond to them. It's just, things that I subscribe to, or like emails from YouTube and stuff like that, like notifications. That's all I get. And I read them every day. I also delete stuff that are spam, so I can't stand a messy inbox, so I agree with that. And if I did have emails, I'll respond to them as soon as I can. Well, before, I think about it a lot, but I try to respond to it as soon as possible. You find it easy to stay relaxed and focused even when there is some pressure. Sometimes. It really depends on what I'm focused on. If it's something that, I feel confident in, then yeah, sure. But if it's something I feel like, oh no, then nope. Like in all my exams, I'm just kidding. But mostly in exams, when I'm the last person, I'm sort of like, whoa, breathe. Like I'm nervous because I feel like, oh no, you don't know how to do this, just pass it, don't even, just leave it a blank. Okay, next. You do not usually initiate conversations. Yeah. In real life, I'm rarely the one starting a conversation, but in text messages, it's mostly out of boredom. And next, you rarely do something just out of sheer curiosity. I do a lot of things because I'm curious. I search about a lot of things because I'm curious. Like the meaning of a word. If I don't know the meaning of a word in this moment, I would just search it immediately on Google. And if like we're talking about something and there's this question like, what if? I would Google it. I do a lot of things out of curiosity. So I disagree with that because I do a lot out of curiosity. I started YouTube because I was curious. Damn, I talk a lot. You feel superior to other people. Never. Why would I feel that? Being organized is more important to you than being adaptable. Not really. They're both important, of course. But which is more important to me? I don't know. I'm always organized. No, that's a lie. I don't know. I need to be more adaptable. I would say adaptability is more important in this case. I don't have any like super agree. I have one super disagree. You're usually highly motivated and energetic. Sometimes, not usually. I would agree with that. Most days I am, but not highly. You know? I don't disagree though. I agree. Anyway, next. Winning a debate matters less to you than making sure no one gets upset. So, making sure that no one gets upset is my priority. I'm not gonna lie. That is sort of how my brain works. I'm like, I don't want anyone to get upset. I am very, like sensitive, and I care more about other people than with other people's feelings, like almost too much that I would sugarcoat things, but I've learned to not do that, and like honesty is the best policy and all that. But even sometimes there's a harsh truth, so I've learned that that's also important to be just honest, blatant sometimes. Winning a debate matters less. I would say agree. I don't really bother with winning a debate unless it's like really important. I'm not really a debatable person. You often feel as if you have to justify yourself to other people. I used to feel that, but now I don't really. I don't know, I guess it's just from like the way people say you don't have to justify yourself. You don't have to do these things for other people. You don't owe them, like I've heard that a lot. So I don't feel that anymore, which is great, I guess. Your home and work environments are quite tidy. Yes, they are. I'm only messy when I'm lazy. But some days that's the case, but most of the time I try to be tidy. And I like my table like with just the things on it as usual, like nothing else except the things that I want on it. So I would say that they're quite tidy. You do not mind being at the center of attention. No, I hate being the center of attention. It makes me nervous, so no, I disagree with that. You consider yourself more practical than creative. I'm creative, man. I consider myself creative. Practical too, but creative more. People can rarely upset you. Oh, I agree. Not super duper agree. I still get upset, but not for a long time. I don't hold grudges or anything. It's like I'm just upset for that day, so let me be upset. It's weird if I don't get upset at all. That would be like I'm a robot, which I am not. Your travel plans are usually well thought out. I don't travel. But when I do go out for, like going out with friends, no. My travel plans are not thought out very well. I do things at the last minute, even if I plan a day before. I usually forget things until the last minute. I don't know why. It is often difficult for you to relate to other people's feelings. Highly disagree. It's easy for me to relate to other people's feelings because, I don't know, I feel like I'm just born with it, maybe. It could even be a situation that I haven't experienced myself, but I can see the reason why they feel that way because, like just connecting dots. It's as easy as that. Your mood can change very quickly. Yeah, I agree with that. In a discussion, truth should be more important than people's sensitivities. It is a discussion, so agree. Highly agree. There is a limit to how much of the truth you're telling. Like, where there's a point where it's like you can tell the truth, but then there are some truth that is not really necessary and you're just hurting the person now. It's a thin line. The truth is important. You should always let the person know because sometimes the truth can hurt, but it can do them good in the future and stuff. Yes. Life lessons with Spoon. Ha! You rarely worry about how your actions affect other people. That's a really weird way to say that. You rarely worry about how your actions affect other people. No, I worry about that a lot. Because, yeah, that's just how I am. Your work style is closer to random energy spikes than to a methodical and organized approach. Yeah, my work style is not entirely methodical. It's a mix between both. But it's just whenever I feel super duper passionate, the energy just spikes, and that's how it is most of the time. You're often envious of others. Never. An interesting book or a video game is often better than a social event. 100%! Dude, that's my dream. Like, Just if I could just have interesting books and video games all day, every day, you'll never see me outside again. Being able to develop a plan and stick to it is the most important part of every project. Yeah, if it's a really big scale, then you should have a plan and stick to it. But in my case, whenever I have plans and then I come up with another plan, I integrate that into the current plan. So there's always changes. But I would say agree. You rarely get carried away by fantasies and ideas. We're not even halfway yet, but we're getting there. You rarely get carried away by fantasies and ideas. Disagree. Whenever I have ideas, I write them down because ideas... Okay, thank you for letting us know you have a cool motorbike. Whenever I have ideas, I always write them down because at times where I feel demotivated or like I don't have anything to do, I'm like, wow, these ideas are great, man. And sometimes I try to make them a reality, but it just ends up being a half-done project that I will never finish, sadly. That's way too true for me. Oh god. You often find yourself lost in thought when you're walking in nature. Oh, okay, yeah, I say yes, but I don't walk in nature. There's no nature where I live. It's just all sand. If someone does not respond to your email quickly, you start worrying if you said something wrong. See, this situation, I don't even know, because I've never had this situation. Nobody really uses emails nowadays. I mean, they still do if it's like really formal. Maybe in terms of text messages, I would start worrying. I agree. As a parent, you would rather see your child grow up kind than smart. It's good to be both, of course, but these questions are like, would you rather? So there's no point in just saying both because you have to pick one. Agree. You do not let other people influence your actions. Actually, I sort of agree with that. I try my best not to let other people influence my actions, but sometimes other people are just there to, like, let you know. But if it's like in a bad way or like trying to get you away from the thing that you want, then of course I ignore all that. Like, especially because, with my current situation, I'm like, what am I gonna do with life? I'm going to that path where, I want to do something that makes me happy. But then some people are like, that's a risky path. You will not succeed. And I'll just find my way, with hard work and careful thinking and support of people who support me. Yeah. Your dreams tend to focus on real world and its events. Yeah, I don't really have weird dreams where there's unicorns with biscuits and rainbows. I sort of dream. Most of my dreams are nightmares, okay? So, yeah, but if I do have a dream, it's like going to the shop, going to the beach. When I have a dream where I go to the shop, I wake up and I'm disappointed because all the things that I bought aren't here. And I get real disappointment. But I don't really have imaginary dreams, even though I imagine a lot, which is weird. Yay, we're 50! It does not take you much time to start getting involved in social activities at your new workplace. I've never had a job. So, yeah. But social activities are not my thing. Disagree. You're more of a natural improviser than a careful planner. Yes, highly agree. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Some days, you enjoy going to social events that involve dress-up or roleplay activities. Social events are not my thing, as I said. But dress-up, nope. Roleplay activities, I'm not sure what that entirely means. I maybe disagree only. You often spend time exploring unrealistic and impractical yet intriguing ideas. Yes, 100%. I like to think about things a lot, even if they're not gonna happen, because I'm in my head a lot, I imagine a lot about things. I really like to think about fantasy, sci-fi, and all that, things that aren't real. But it's intriguing, just like this question says. You would rather improvise than spend time coming up with a detailed plan. Agree. You're relatively reserved and a quiet person. 100%. All my life, I've just been a shy person. If you had a business, you would find it very difficult to fire loyal but underperforming employees. I would never have a business, so I don't know what to say about this. I don't know, I feel bad. Yes, I would find it difficult, but I would still fire them because that's the way of the business. It depends on how the employee is. Employee is. If they need a job and, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not gonna be a good business. I have a lot of loopholes with my business if I did have one. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence. Yes, entirely. And I like to, you know, read about it or think about it because there's so many answers, and each one of them is intriguing. Logic is usually more Logic is usually more important than heart when it comes to making important decisions. Important decisions, yes, logic is more important. Keeping your options open is more important than having a to-do list. Yeah, I make to-do lists, but I don't really follow them. If your friend is sad about something, you're more likely to offer emotional support than suggest ways to deal with a problem. There are cases where, you know, like, I really don't know how to suggest a way. I do that when I'm comforting someone. I'm like, I offer them emotional support and then I give them advice, and then I'm like, I support you 100% with whatever you do. Because, yeah, I support you. But sometimes there are cases where I really don't know what to say. Like, it's a serious situation that I can't, you know, just say something and be like, that's the right thing to do. And at times like those, I offer as much emotional support as I can. Next, you rarely feel insecure. Disagree. No comment. You have no difficulties coming up with a personal timetable and sticking to it. Disagree. I struggle the most with sticking to it, but coming up with one is alright. It's just like writing anything that you're planning, but sticking to it is my problem. Being right is more important than being cooperative when it comes to teamwork. No, teamwork, cooperation is important. Being right just makes you like that sore thumb out of the group, and it's like, why? No, disagree. Next, you think that everyone's view should be respected regardless of whether they are supported by facts or not. Yeah, agree. Why did I almost go to disagree? Yeah, everyone's view should be respected as long as it doesn't disrespect anyone else. Cause kindness and positivity, yeah. But it's good to, you know, like, let people know the facts, just so that, because anyone's opinion could change and our views could change, and especially if it is like a wrong view, you could just inform them. There's no need to bash or be negative. You feel more energetic after spending time with a group of people. No, I don't. Oh, that's so blatant. Like, I'm just like, I don't. Sometimes I do, but most of the time, not really. I feel drained. Like, I sleep for the whole day the next day. Like, this month, I've been out like 3 times on weekends, and it threw my whole schedule off. Like, I'm having insomnia. Like, my whole sleep schedule's off. I'm sleeping in the day, I'm sleeping late, and you frequently misplace your things. Agree. You see yourself as very emotionally stable. Do I see myself as emotionally stable? Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. Your mind is always buzzing with unexplored ideas and plans. Oh yeah, you would not call yourself a dreamer. Disagree, I am a dreamer. I am 100% a dreamer. You usually find it difficult to relax when talking in front of many people. Ooh. Generally speaking, you rely more on your experience than your imagination. 50-50. I told you, my imagination is wild. I rely more on imagination experience. It really depends on how active my imagination is at the moment. You worry too much about what other people think. Oh, there are days where I do. But I'll just go with mildly agree with that. If the room is full, you stay closer to the walls, avoiding the center. Yeah, because you can lean on the wall, and the wall is nice and cool, and it's cool, so I'ma stay by the walls. I'm a wallflower, that's why. You have a tendency to procrastinate until there's not enough time to do everything. Sadly, yes, but I'm working on it. You feel very anxious in stressful situations, of course. Yeah, it's stressful, so why wouldn't you feel anxious? You believe that it is more rewarding to be liked by others than to be powerful. Yes. You have always been interested in unconventional and ambiguous things, for example, in arts, books, and movies. Yep. You often take initiative in social situations. Sometimes. If I'm relaxed, then yes. But if I'm not, no. I'll disagree because most of the time I'm not. Am I done? Did I do it? I did it! INFP! Oh my god, wait! I got it! Dude, this is the last time. This is the one I got the last time. The last 2 times. I'm sure because I remember this one. I remember this. I am a mediator, INFPT. Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna try to remember that now. So let's see, what are the details? Interesting. The mind, this trait determines how we interact with okay. I am 82% introverted and 18% extroverted. I'm not surprised. My energy. It shows where we direct our mental energy. I am more intuitive than observant. Okay. Nature determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. Feeling. Yeah. Emotions, that's how you deal with emotions. You have to feel them, that's the point. And thinking. Okay, cool. I'm just basically introverted, emotional, and quiet. That's me in 3 words. Tactics. Reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. Prospecting and judging. Oh, that's good. I'm like nearly 50-50. But I'm more of a prospector. Is that a word? I examine and inspect instead of just judging. That's cool. I'm glad that this one is like nearly 50%, but it's more on prospecting. Identity. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. Whoa, this one is nearly 50-50. Turbulent, assertive. Yeah, how confident I am in my abilities and decisions. I am way more turbulent. But hey, this is good. This is 50-50. In some cases, I'm confident, like super duper, but some cases I'm like, not really. So, I'm glad that these 2 are like 50-50. But these 3, I totally understand why. I'm not surprised by these 3. But these other 2, that's cool. This is really cool. I like this quiz. Oh, no one can stop you from dreaming! Yay! Oh, this is so hippie. That's me. Ooh. Alright, I am the mediator who can't stop dreaming. Diplomat, constant improvement. This is your strategy. It determines how you approach everyday situations and achieve your goals. Constant improvement. Yes. This is pretty long, but let's read it. Okay. Mediator personalities are true idealists, always looking for the hint of good in even the worst of people and events. That's so true. Searching for ways to make things better. While they may be perceived as calm, reserved, or even shy, mediators have an inner flame and passion that can truly shine. Comprising just 4% of the population. Wow! The risk of feeling misunderstood is unfortunately high for the mediator personality type, but when they find like-minded people to spend their time with, the harmony they feel will be a fountain of joy and inspiration. Ah, that is such a nice description! Oh, fun fact. My best friend, her personality type is the same as mine. It's INFP-T. It's also the mediator, so this line with when they find like-minded people to spend their time with, that's so true. It's so wonderful. What else do we have here? Being a part of the diplomat role group, mediators are guided by their principles rather than by logic, excitement, or practicality. When deciding how to move forward, they will look to honor beauty, morality, and virtue. Mediators are led by the purity of their intent, not rewards and punishments. People who share the mediator personality type are proud of this quality, and rightly so, but not everyone understands the drive behind these feelings, and it can lead to isolation. Oh, that makes sense. That explains my whole life. All that is gold does not glitter, not all those who wander are lost. The old that is strong does not wither, deep roots are not reached by the frost. By J.R.R. Tolkien. Cool. That's a nice quote. Ooh, this is a really long video, but I hope you guys don't mind. I hope you found this interesting. Take the test. I want to see what you guys get for yourselves. I want to read what your personality types are because there is a page for that where you can check the other personality types. I really want to know. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. Deep. That's so deep. At their best, these qualities enable mediators to communicate deeply with others, easily speaking in metaphors and parables. That explains everything. I mean, not for me. I make metaphors sometimes, but mostly parables, like, yeah. But my best friend, she makes metaphors a lot, like every single time. And I'm always mind blown by it, and understanding and creating symbols to share their ideas. Fantasy worlds in particular fascinate mediators more than any personality type. The strength of their visionary communication style lends itself well to creative works, and it comes as no surprise that many famous mediators are poets, writers, and actors. Understanding themselves and their place in the world is important to mediators, and they explore these ideas by projecting themselves into their work. Mediators have a talent for self-expression, revealing their beauty and their secrets through metaphors and fictional characters. That's really cool. Before, I used to think that my self-expression was pretty, bleh. Like, it wasn't really good. I felt like I couldn't express myself in any way. But then I found things that I'm passionate about, like making videos. And, it's different to express yourself in a video. But also through my drawings. Before, I thought that was the most thing I felt passionate about until I discovered video editing. And yeah, I used to draw stuff that expressed me. So that's pretty cool. Mediators' ability with language doesn't stop with their native tongue either. As with most people who share the diplomat personality types, they are considered gifted when it comes to learning a second or third language. Their gift for communication also lends itself well to mediators' desire for harmony, a recurring theme with diplomats, and helps them to move forward as they find their calling. I need water. I know 2 languages right now. It's Tagalog and English, but mainly I speak English because I find it easier. So yeah, listen to many people but talk to few. Unlike their extroverted cousins though, mediators will focus their attention on just a few people, a single worthy cause spread too thinly. They'll run out of energy and even become dejected and overwhelmed by all the bad in the world that they can't fix. Oh, that is so true. This is a sad sight for mediators' friends who will come to depend on their rosy outlook. Yeah, I get sad when I feel like, I can't fix everything. But then, that's the truth, you can't fix everything, and I learned that. If they're not careful, mediators can lose themselves in their quest for good and neglect the day-to-day upkeep that life demands. Oh my god, this is so long. It's just the introduction. There's strengths and weaknesses. Anyway, let's finish this and then skip to the next part. And even become dejected or overwhelmed, yeah. If they're not careful, mediators can lose themselves in their quest and for good and neglect the day-to-day upkeep that life demands. Mediators often drift into deep thought, yes. Enjoy and contemplate the hypothetical and philosophical more than any personality type. Yes, left unchecked, mediators may start to lose touch, withdrawing into hermit mode, and it can take a great deal of energy from their friends or partner to bring them back to the real world. Yes. Luckily, like the flowers in spring, mediators' affections, creativity, altruism, idealism will always come back rewarding them. Those that they love, perhaps not with logic and utility, but with a worldview that inspires compassion, kindness, and beauty wherever they go. This is a lot of talking. It's crazy. The first time I read this, I was so shocked, like, wow. How did you get that all into words? Did you just take my brain out and splat it on the page? Like, that's crazy. I was super surprised when I read it for the first time. I am still surprised now because I haven't read this in a long time. Mediators you may know. Woo! William Shakespeare! No wonder! That sounded like Mickey Mouse for a second. Oh, that's where all the metaphors come from. Like, I always say that all the metaphors my friends makes, it's like, dude, you're like the reincarnation of William Shakespeare. Oh, J.R.R. Tolkien. That's so cool. Bjork. Oh. Johnny Depp. Oh my god, yes. I love Johnny Depp. Oh, there's more. There's more. Tom Hiddleston. Frodo Baggins, even fictional characters. I've heard of all these, but I don't really know who they are because I haven't watched it. So yeah. Okay, moving on to strengths and weaknesses. We're gonna skim this. Strengths: idealistic. Mediators, friends, and loved ones will come to admire and depend on them for their optimism. Yeah, I'm very optimistic. Their shaken belief that all people are inherently good, perhaps simply misunderstood, lends itself into an incredibly resilient attitude in the face of hardship. That's the thing that I'm really, lucky to have. It's easy for me to be optimistic. Seek and value harmony. Have no interest in having powers over others. Ooh, that was a real burp. Okay, good. I got that out. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Where are my manners? Don't care for domineering attitudes at all. They prefer a more democratic approach and work hard to ensure that every voice and perspective is heard. That is so true. I don't know. I feel like I'm crazy because I just firmly believe in that. Open-minded and flexible. A live and let live attitude comes naturally. They dislike being constrained by rules. That is so true. I always want to be, free. Mediators give the benefit of the doubt too. And so long as their principles and ideas are not being challenged, they'll support others. Right to do what they think is right. Yeah. Even if what I think is being challenged or like someone disagrees with what I think, I tried my best to understand where they're coming from. Very creative. Mediators combine their visionary nature with their open-mindedness to allow them to see things from unconventional perspectives. Ooh, being able to connect many far-flung dots into a single theme. No wonder that many mediators are celebrated poets and authors. Passionate and energetic. When something captures mediators' imagination and speaks to their beliefs, they go all in, dedicating their time, energy, thoughts, and emotions to the project. Their shyness keeps them from the podium, but they are first to lend a helping hand where it's needed. Dedicated and hardworking. While others focusing on the challenges of the moment may give up when the going gets tough, mediators, especially assertive ones. I don't think I'm assertive. Yeah, I'm the T. Especially assertive ones have the benefit of their far-reaching vision to help them through. Knowing that what they are doing is meaningful gives people with this personality type a sense of purpose and even courage when it comes to accomplishing something they believe in. That's so cool. Oh, I spent like 10 minutes on that. Oh, skim! Mediators' weaknesses. This is the meat of the whole thing. I'm scared to read this, but also ready. Too idealistic. Often take their idealism too far, setting themselves up for disappointment again and again. True on a personal level too. Mediators may not just idealize their partners, but idolize them, forgetting that no one is perfect. I feel like that was me in the past. Cause when you grow older, you learn lessons and stuff. I said that already, but one of the lessons is that no one is perfect. I don't forget that anymore. Because whenever someone makes a mistake and, I always think, well, you're just being a human. So, and humans are not perfect. If you were, you wouldn't be human. But it is true. Sometimes I set myself up for disappointment and I'm just like, I played myself. So, yeah. Too altruistic. All these words and their confusing meanings. Oh my goodness. Too selfless. Okay. Oh, now I understand. Mediators sometimes see themselves as selfish. That's true. Only because they want to give so much more than they're able to. Yeah. And this sometimes becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. They push themselves to commit to a chosen cause or person, forgetting to take care of the needs of others in their lives, especially themselves. A lot of people tell me that sometimes I should just put myself first. And it's hard to ingrain that into my, just daily life. Because sometimes it still happens, sometimes I still forget that, I should put myself first sometimes, but I'm always reminded by that, so I'm thankful for that. And yeah, that is a flaw of mine. A lot of people also say that I'm too kind, impractical. When something captures mediators' imagination, they can neglect practical matters like day-to-day maintenance and simple pleasures. Sometimes people with mediator personality types will take this as far as to neglect eating and drinking and to pursue their passion or cause. Yep, I had to learn that the hard way. Sometimes when I make videos, I edit way too much and I stay up and it's not good for my health. But it's just because I feel like I want to do it. I enjoy it. Like, I can't sleep because I enjoy doing this thing. But then you gotta sleep. I'm working on it. Just like dealing with data. That's so true. That's the thing that I was talking about with the business thing. Like, I won't be able to have a business because I don't see myself doing that. Mediators are so focused on the big picture that they forget the forest is made of individual trees. They are in tune with emotions and morality, and when the facts and data contradict their ideals, it can be a real challenge for them. Yeah, take things personally. Wait, what? Yeah, I'm sorry, I need to drink water, but not right now. I'm gonna do it after I record this video. They often take challenges and criticisms personally. Yeah, that used to be my case. Sometimes still is, but I really am working on it. Like, you know, you just gotta experience it, and the more you experience it, the more you learn how to deal with it. And they avoid conflict as much as possible. They put a great deal of time and energy into trying to align their principles and criticism with a middle ground that satisfies everybody. Yeah, that's the problem. It's just, you know, I put everybody forward and try to make everyone satisfied. But take things personally, mildly. I feel like I do that mildly. I don't know. Difficult to get to know. Oh yeah, someone has told me that before. Mediators are private, reserved, and self-conscious. This makes them notoriously difficult to really get to know, and their need for these qualities contributes to the guilt they often feel for not giving more of themselves to those they care about. Yeah, it's like when someone told me that, you know, it was difficult to get to know me, I felt like, what? But all these things that I do, I thought you I was like that. But you know, that was just how I felt in the day. But then the day after I was like, okay, work on it, it's fine. I don't really understand why I am difficult to get to know, but well, hey, with this video you just got to know me like a lot. You got to know my strengths and weaknesses and my personality type that explains my whole life. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And that has been the end. This is a really long video, but I'm gonna trim it anyway, so I'm excited. That has been the personality test. Guys, you should really check out the personality test if you haven't yet. If you haven't taken it, there will be a link down below so that you can take it if you want. And I recommend that you do because it's really interesting. And it's just so cool. The first 2 times that I took this is the third time, I still get the same one. I get the same personality type. I really wonder if in the future it will change. Like my sister, she told me that hers changed because she took it also before and this a couple of weeks ago, and she told me that hers changed. Maybe one day I'll be slightly more extroverted, but as of right now I'll stick with who I am. I'm pretty happy with it, so that's cool. And yeah, you guys, if you know your personality type, leave it down in the comment. I want to read about it. I'll be sure to read about it, and it's really interesting. So that has been a personality test, and you found out more about me, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Bye! I was talking for an entire hour. No wonder my voice is so fried.